Trevor Bayne, he could win his first 500 in his first 500 attempt.
Cars off. Ready.
Tony Stewart's won the pole for the Indy 500. He's won the IRL championship, twice the Sprint Cup championship. He's won everything at Daytona.
47 with you. Still with you. Still with you. Bottom of.
And coming through the middle, Kurt Busch. Now down to the inside.
Bobby Labonte in that 47 gave Trevor Bayne a heck of a push. Now all they can do is try to hug the bottom of the racetrack and protect.
I like what I tell you, that 22 though is coming in with a head of steam, and Juan Pablo right on him. Looks like Tony and Mark might have I don't know if they got enough time to get back up there or not. I don't think they do.
Dale Jr. checked and released at the infield care center. They'll face the white flag when they come around to decide the 53rd Daytona 500. Rookie Trevor Bayne in his second Sprint Cup start will lead them to the white flag with Bobby Labonte. Here comes Kurt Busch and Juan Montoya. Carl Edwards in fifth.
And we know Kurt Busch and Montoya is going to make a move. DW, when will they make it?
I don't think they're going to make it till turn 4. I mean, we keep hearing about I'm a setting duck when I'm leading this thing. So I guess that makes the 21 a setting duck right now. But we'll see here. That 22 knows how to win from that position. That's where he won the Bud Shootout from.
Edwards and Gilliland down to the inside, trying to.
Where did that 34 come from?
Trying to spoil the party.
Oh my gosh!
Spoiled the party for Kurt Busch and Montoya, and here they come through turn 4.
Gilliland, former pole sitter of the 500. Edwards has room underneath. Now he pushes Trevor Bayne.
It's over.
Cinderella
Trevor Bayne is going to win the Daytona 500.
Unbelievable.
Happy birthday, Trevor Bayne, 20 years old.
Are you kidding me? What? That was awesome. That was awesome, Trevor. You are the man, buddy. You are the man. Everybody coming inside, congratulating you here. Awesome job.
Saw Leonard Wood down on pit road where he stood in '76 when Pearson won it. There's Leonard, who with Glenn and Delano, they're the Wood brothers. Oh my goodness. First win in 10 years for what is now a part-time team out of Stewart, Virginia and Concord, North Carolina. The Wood brothers return to victory lane at Daytona with 20-year-old Trevor Bayne.
That is a life-changing experience right there, buddy, even at 20 years old.
And what a great representative for our sport. 20-year-old kid, well-spoken. Donnie Wingo. I love Donnie Wingo. He's one of those old school guys.
Right here, bud. This is all you right here. This is all you. Are you kidding me? This is all you. Do yourself. Do your thing right here. I mean, you know, if you want to go out in the grass, you can do that too.
Hey, Mike, he's saying, I think this is how you do it.
And he stops for the flag. That start finish. Well, remember, he got tied up in a crash on Thursday. They had to do a lot of work to keep this car in the 500 and not go to a backup. The red, the white, the gold numbers look just like the Mercury that Pearson drove into victory lane after finishing the race in the grass in 1976 after a collision with Richard Petty in turn 4.
Look at this
last
celebration. This is unbelievable. This is fairy tale stuff. This is like once upon a time.
The glass slipper fit.
It did, man. It did.
Watch the spoiler, watch the spoiler.
Watch the spoiler. Yeah, right.
Oh my word. Can you believe it? Oh yeah!
It is the 5th Daytona 500 win and the 98th career win for the Wood brothers, as Trevor Bayne becomes the second youngest race winner in Sprint Cup Series history.
job, man.
Now they'll point him to victory lane. Oh, by the way, Carl Edwards finished second, David Gilliland third, Bobby Labonte fourth, and Kurt Busch rounded out the top 5. Trevor Bayne becomes the 35th different driver to win the Daytona 500.
Promotional considerations provided by
I don't even know where to go.
Daytona 500 winner Trevor Bayne at age 20 in his second race ever at the Cup level, and he'll find his way to victory lane as we welcome you live on Fox to the Sprint post-race show from the Daytona 500. His hero Jeff Gordon, and on a record-setting day at the Daytona 500, Trevor the hero. Let's go down live to victory lane.
Stepped into a race car has dreamt of this moment. But what happens when you're a kid yourself, just 20 years old yesterday? Travis, I'm going to say some words to you. You're a Daytona 500 winner. Has it sunk in?
No, I keep thinking I'm dreaming. I really do. I mean, we said a prayer before, and we pray a lot and we expect a lot of things, but this just shows how powerful God is. And man, I'm so thankful for the job that these guys did on this race car, because it's unbelievable. I mean, this thing is our first 500. Are you kidding me? To win our first one, our second ever Cup race. I mean, this is just incredible. I mean, I can't thank the guys that worked with me all day enough. I mean, there were 10, 15 different drivers that pushed us. Carl helped us there to get across the line. I don't know what happened with David there at that one point, but wow, this is unbelievable. I mean, these guys, Ford Motorcraft, the Wood Brothers. How cool is it to see the Wood Brothers back there in victory lane? We got Leonard over here. He is the man. And, it's unbelievable. And, thanks to Sprint and everybody for the series. Thanks to the fans that are out here. I mean, I've never been to a racetrack with this many people here, and to win on this kind of platform is just incredible.
Trevor, we heard you say, I don't even know where to go. When you pulled in, we all had to tell you, no, wait, stay in the car. And then we had to tell you to put it in gear so you didn't roll right out. You know what?
It's crazy to get my first Cup win before a nationwide win, but I didn't know how to get to victory lane. But we'll find our way back, hopefully, because this is, man, I'm telling you what, this is incredible.
And I believe the King is here as well to congratulate you, as is the Wood Brothers. An absolutely emotional win. Most 20-year-olds are trying to figure out which college class to go to. Trevor Bayne just added his name to the most elite list in motorsports history. Steve?
Well, Krista, with Dale Earnhardt Jr., I just said, hey, you had a fast race car. He said, what about the driver? All right, we'll give the driver some credit. I know it's not the finish that you wanted, but are you encouraged by how well you ran?
I figured we'd run good. I was real happy how fast we got up through there at the start of the race. I want to congratulate the Wood Brothers and the whole team there. They did an awesome job. Had a good car all weekend. That boy drove his heart out, and proud of them. But we run good and had as much fun as we could under circumstances there. It's kind of crazy at the end. That restart where I wrecked, that was some funny stuff on the bottom down there. But we just got hit in the quarter panel trying to get by a wreck, and we may have caused a few today. I don't know. It was wild, but I want to thank all my guys on my team. Worked hard. Hendrick Engines and the body man and everybody worked real hard to get us down here and make us run as good as we did. And just shame we couldn't get a good finish for them.
We'll see you at Phoenix, Junior. Matt Yoakum.
Steve, Carl Edwards listened in on Trevor Bayne's celebration and excitement in victory lane. You remember your first win. You almost got your first 500 win today. What happened on that last lap?
I need to see a replay, but I just have to say thank you to Aflac, thank you to Scott's, Ford. That's Ford's 600th win. And Trevor Bayne, you guys, is a good guy. He is a cool guy. And it's not worth it listening to him, how excited he is, but it sure is neat to hear him, how excited he is. And the fans are great here. I need to see a replay. I thought that maybe Gilliland and I had enough steam that we could go to the outside of Trevor and get him, but I didn't. Trevor's car was fast, and That's a wild Daytona 500, guys.
Great way to start the year for Carl Edwards, second here in Daytona. Dick?
David Reagan almost won the Daytona 500. Tell us about the heartbreak.
It'll take us a long time to get over this one, Dick. First of all, thank you to UPS and everyone for our support for the 2011 season. But, we fired in the box, and I guess NASCAR just, in their judgment, moved down to the bottom lane too early. I felt like that I hadn't committed the whole way, as I see it on the replay here. It's pretty clear I'm down there, but my left side tires aren't on the yellow line. So I need to go over and have a talk with Mike Elton or some of the guys if they can explain to me what I did wrong. It'll be a hard lesson to learn, but thanks to Trevor. He was my pushing buddy all day. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been up there, but our UPS team's strong, and looks like the Ford teams are back on top.
David Reagan came so close, Mike.
That he did, but to see Glenn and Leonard Wood in victory lane where they last stood in 1976, Trevor Bayne brings them across to become the 7th driver to score his first Sprint Cup win in the biggest race of the season, the Daytona 500. What a day. All the bump drafting and all the teaming and two-timing and tangoing. And it all comes down to a fellow who didn't have any bad habits to unlearn.
I want to show you my bio sheet on Trevor Bayne. It's blank. But not after today. I think Jeff Gordon recognized something in this kid on Thursday, and he worked with him. And when Jeff Gordon says, you're good enough to run with me, you're also good enough to win the Daytona 500. The Wood brothers, who doesn't love the Wood brothers, Larry? And they're in victory circle.
You won't hear anybody deny, not even Carl Edwards that finished second, the Wood brothers or Trevor Bayne winning this race. This just goes to show you there's so many young kids out there that grow up through racing. They just dream of going to Daytona, and now Trevor Bayne, it'll be with him the rest of his life. He's a Daytona 500 winner.
A wonderful day for he and the Wood brothers. A great finish for David Gilliland. Rookie Stephen Wallace finishes on the lead lap. Wow. And David Pearson, who Trevor Bayne met for the first time in our studio last evening on Speed, Darrell. David going into the Hall of Fame. That was the Wood brothers' last Daytona 500 win. You put all that together, what a day.
Yeah, you look at that car and it's flawless. It doesn't have a scratch on it.
Kurt, a great way to start the season with the 53rd Daytona 500, and now it's on to Phoenix.
But we have found a challenger to Jimmy Johnson for the championship. All right, now, we don't want to rush him yet, but it was really the Daytona 520, right? We had a second overtime, a 5th time in the last 7 years that we've gone to a green-white checker. Where did a guy like Trevor Bayne come from?
Well, we're real close to the magical kingdom. It does prove that dreams do come true around here. It really is. It's something magical. This kid showed some muscle, showed a lot of composure all weekend long, all the way back to the dual 150 when he and Jeff Gordon worked together, exclusively, and had a very good finish. And even though they crashed on the final lap, they were able to repair this car with the help of Roush Fenway and everybody in the Wood brothers. They worked on the car. It just goes to show you hard work and patience do pay off.
And guts from Trevor Bayne. Remember, Dick Bergen reported, hey, they were risky on fuel towards the end with the second overtime, but Ford finishes 1, 2, 3 at the 53rd running of the Daytona 500. Let's go back down to the track. Matt Yoakum.
The Daytona 500, the last lap, Kurt Busch from turn 2 to the finish. What chess move could you have done differently?
I needed to be on the bottom. I was trying to protect the middle. Spotter's like, watch out, here they come. And it just didn't seem like me and Montoya could get enough steam built up as far as just the run. But I was in perfect position. I had Montoya pushing. I was running third. I made a mistake. I needed to be on the bottom side of the racetrack. And, it's tough. We came all this way and came up a little shy. But all in all, the points day, we'll take it. But to have a run at history is pretty special. We tried to block it out all day. We had to fight through adversity. But for Shell and Pennzoil and Dodge, this was a great way to start off. AAA, those guys are great. Coca-Cola, it's great to have them on our program. And everybody that's on board, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the year. It's amazing. The season's going to start now. We're getting Daytona over with. So real happy with this 5th. All in all, just to make a mistake on the last lap, I'm going to be the one that's got the sour feeling in my stomach.
What a speed week for Kurt Busch. A first, and a 5th.
Well, you had an eventful day.
It didn't start out so well, did it? But it certainly ended up all right. You know, our M&M's Camry took a beating today. I think everybody's car did, but so proud of the guys. You know, they kept digging all day. We spent probably the most time on pit road today, but we got out of here with a good 8th place finish. So we can smile about that. With as much rough handling and wrecks and blown motors and everything else that was going on today that made it crazy and wild for everybody up in the stands and on TV with Fox. You know, it was a good race for us. You know, we can't complain. I would like to have gotten with my brother there at the end and tried to help push him, but unfortunately we had a tire rub there. We came down and fixed it, made sure we didn't have any bigger problems than what we already had. So again, thanks Joe Gibbs Racing and all the guys at M&M's and Toyota.
Now Kyle Busch made a lot out of a difficult situation, finished 8th today.